Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this channel we discuss various mechanical subjects, diploma related mechanical subject, mechanical engineering subject. Now in today's lecture, if you see full video, you will find various applications for the limit, fits and tolerances. Also in today's lecture we are going to discuss what is mean by limit and fits and tolerances. Now this limit, fits and tolerances is the third chapter in the second year mechanical engineering diploma. In this third chapter, the student will able to understand various concepts of the machineries, various concepts of the tolerances, various types of fit. So let's get started. In today's lecture, we are going to cover basic of the third chapter of second year mechanical engineering diploma. Now if you see in the nature also, if you cannot find two things exactly similar. There is to be some variation in the two design, or in the nature also two things cannot be identical. Similar concept can be applied to the manufacturing industry also. In the manufacturing also, two things we cannot produce identical, or two things cannot be of same dimension. There is some variation in it. Now why this variation is produced is because of three M's. Now what are these three M's? For any process, man, machine and the material are the three M's. The product which is being manufactured or transferred from the raw material to the finished goods. Second thing, the machine which is doing this task. The machine which is transferring the raw material to the finished good by doing some operations on it. And the third thing, is involving part is the man or the operator. Operator is performing job on the machine for the product and transferring that product from the raw material to the finished goods. That means to manufacture a product, these three M's are very important: man, machine and the material. Now due to the inherent characteristics of all these three, the product manufactured cannot be of same size. There has to be some variation in the dimension. Now if you see for the dimensional point of view, any product has its size. If you consider a simple example of a cylindrical shape or cylinder, it has a circular shape, or you can say diameter and length. So cylinder having a diameter and the length. So in the same type, all the products has some of the specification according to the dimension. Now what is this dimension? What is this size specified? You term that size as a basic size. Basic size is the size specified, or you can say obtained from the designer, from your drawing sheet, from the drawing sheet supplied. So that basic size is there. Ideally, the component should be produced for that basic size. That is the point. Now, if we discuss that three M's are contributing to this product converting scenario. Now, if these three M's are contributing and transferring the raw material to the finished goods, due to these inherent characteristics, we cannot obtain correct basic size at the output. So there has to be some variation in the parameter. Even if other condition, take an example of suppose we manufacture the product correctly, but we don't have that much of capability of the instrument which checks that product, that this is the perfectly manufactured product, this is perfect dimensions. So we cannot check also. So that's why there is a need arises to give some tolerances, or you can say is to give some variation, allowable variation. That is what we are going to discuss in today's lecture. In today's lecture, we are going to study all these points, how these particular characteristics affect the product. So objectives are very clear for the today's lecture. As you can see, the objectives are: first we'll discuss terminology, then we'll discuss definitions, then we move for the example. Now, what is terminology here? Terminology, if you consider similar example of a cylinder. Now for that cylinder, we have diameter to be machined and length to be machined. For example, take a diameter we need to machine as a 30 mm and length to be machined is 60 mm. So 30 mm is the diameter to be machined, 60 mm is the length to be produced. Now for this final product, what raw material we required? 35 mm block with 65 mm dimension. That we can reduce to 35 to 30 as a diameter and 65 to 60 as a length. Now we have manufactured one product. Again we manufactured second product. Likewise we manufactured a batch of product. Correct? Like suppose take an example of 50. We manufactured 50 products for that particular cylinder. Now if these 50 products are to be measured, now we measured all the components and we found that some of the products are having the dimension of 32 mm diameter instead of 30, and some of the products are having dimension 28 diameter instead of 30. So what you can assume from this, there is a batch of 50 products out of which some of the diameters are bigger than the basic size, whereas some of the diameters are less than basic size. Now we can have this again. You can say give the parameter to it, terminology to it. So what is terminology here? Major diameter and minor diameter for the cylinder we are considering. Okay, so major diameter and minor diameter. So two terminologies are clear. Next terminology is shaft size and base hole size. What is shaft size and hole size? Take an example of similar product, a cylinder. For the cylinder, we need to measure the outer parameters. Any external element which we are going to measure is nothing but shaft size. That in the case of cylinder, we are measuring the outer dimensions, OD, length. So that cylinder is shaft parameter, or you can say shaft size, shaft dimension. For the hole dimension, consider a plate. At the center of plate, we have drilled one hole. On the center of plate, we have drilled a hole. Now we need to measure that diameter of hole. Okay, the square plate, and at the center we manufactured or we drilled the hole. So we need to measure that hole. So how we can measure? Simple, by vernier caliper. Inner jaws, we can measure it. So that hole, to measure it, we have to find innermost dimension, or you can say internal features. For other case, if some bracket is there, on that bracket we have some slot, and we have to measure the width of that slot. So that width of slot, internal slot, is hole dimension. Okay, so any feature, any component which is having internal features are termed as hole dimension, and any component which is having external features are termed as shaft dimension. I mean, in this total limit, fits and tolerances chapter, we are going to deal with shafts and holes. So to make it very clear, only consider one line definition. The shaft dimension is having external features, and the hole dimensions is having internal features. Okay, so four terminologies are clear. Next point is definitions. So in terms of definition, you can find what is limit. In general practice, limit is whether your approach, or you can say at how far you can go. Okay, this is in general practice we say this is my limit. You cannot grow beyond this limit. Or if in general practice again we say this is my lower limit. You cannot go beyond this limit. If you go beyond this upper limit, I will be very angry with you. Okay, and if you go beyond this limit, I will disrespect you. Okay, so we set our limits. In the manufacturing industry also, for the product we give two types of limits: upper limit of the product, lower limit of the product. So for any cylindrical shape, Upper limit is its major diameter. Lower limit is its minor diameter. So upper limit and lower limit are clear. Next definition is feet. So in the feet, limit, fits and tolerances, in second category is the feet. What is feet? We can consider this feet between two matting components, because in the industry, in the manufacturing sector, we need to have the assemblies. Now during the assembly, one component get fit with the other component, and due to this there is a matting happens. So we fit the nut and bolt assembly, we fit the shaft and bearing assembly, gears we fit on the shaft. On the similar line, we fit a number of components, and there is a relation between two matting components. Now what is fit? In exact one line, fit is the degree of tightness and looseness between two matting parts. It is a degree of tightness and looseness between two matting parts. That is fit. Again, we go in detail also the types of fit: clearance fit, transition fit, and interference fit. So that is the next part. Next point in the limit, fits and tolerances is tolerances. So what is tolerances? In general practice also we say this is my tolerance. You cannot go beyond my tolerance, or if you go beyond my tolerance, is my tolerance limit is get crossed, I will be very angry. So we also set the tolerance. Tolerance means what? Up to that level, there is no change in our behavior in general practice, if you consider human beings. But for the industry, for the product, tolerance is a deviation which is allowed. In 2 words, the tolerance can be defined: allowable deviation. So limit is clear, fits are clear, tolerances are clear. So limit, fits and tolerances. Next part is we are going to deal with the examples. Okay. So examples we'll discuss at the end. Examples. This is the total objective of this particular lecture. Next is, this is terminology figure. Like what we have discussed, this is shaft and this is hole. Shaft and hole. The shaft having minimum diameter, hole and maximum diameter. Minimum diameter and maximum diameter. Clear? The hole having minimum diameter and maximum diameter. Okay. So from the same datum we have taken minimum diameter, from the same datum maximum diameter is there. So if you see this space between minimum and maximum diameter of shaft, again with this space between minimum and maximum diameter of shaft is nothing but tolerance. This much portion is allowed. This much portion is allowed. We can manufacture the shaft in any dimension between this portion. We can manufacture the hole in any dimension between this portion. So this portion is a tolerance, which is allowable deviation. Okay, so this is tolerance. Now how you obtain fit? By mating components. Now if this shaft is to be assembled with the hole, take an example that I can produce the shaft, or shaft is produced at maximum diameter. Maximum dimension of shaft is produced. And if it is to be inserted in this hole, and this hole is produced at the minimum dimension. So at most, what is the clearance in between these two? If you extend this line and if you extend this line, this is clearance. Minimum clearance. The shaft dimension is fullest and hole dimension is minimum. So you can say this is minimum clearance. Now how do you obtain maximum clearance then? Shaft is produced at minimum diameter, hole is produced at maximum diameter. So if you take this line, minimum diameter of shaft and maximum diameter of hole, it leads to maximum clearance. Okay, so this is minimum clearance. So maximum clearance and minimum clearance is nothing but simple difference. Minimum diameter of shaft, maximum diameter of hole will give you maximum clearance. Maximum diameter of shaft, minimum diameter of hole will give you minimum clearance. So this is the basic diagram. from which you can understand every topic in the limit, fits and tolerances. Okay. Next is definitions. This is already covered. What is allowable deviation? What is allowable deviation? Is tolerance. What is external and internal features? External features referred as shaft dimension. Internal features referred as hole dimension. Okay, so this is definitions. Now you know the terminology. Now you know the definitions. Okay, we will move to the concepts. Again, new concept you need to understand. If this is a tolerance, that means if from the number point of view, the diameter is 30, this 30 can be produced as 30.02 and this is 30, basic line. But if my basic size is in between these two, then what will happen? The maximum diameter of hole can be 30.02. Minimum diameter of hole can be 29.98. That means I have deviated from the basic size. Basic size is 30. So I have deviated from the basic size by 0.02 mm. So it is 29.98 lower limit. Upper limit is 30.02. So from the hole dimension, you can see upper limit and lower limit having plus sign and minus sign. This one, for the shaft, upper limit is also plus sign, lower limit is directly 30. So lower limit is your 30 mm. So what you can conclude from this, if you draw a zero line, like you can see in this figure, simplified diagram. If you take this as a zero line, above 0 is positive 0.01. On the 0 is 0 line. Below 0 is minus 0.01. If this tolerance band, here we are reflecting this tolerance band. If this is two side plus, that this tolerance band is lifted above 0 line, plus 0.01 plus 0.02. And if this tolerance band is in between, like in this case, if this is the basic size, so its basic size tolerance band is plus also, minus also, plus 0.01, minus 0.01. So this is the again system by which we can have the tolerances. Now how the tolerances? If this both the tolerances, upper and lower limit, are at the one side of positive, then you can refer it as a unilateral system concept, unilateral tolerance. In the same line, both are at the 0 point below 0, you can refer to it as a unilateral. Again, for the third type, even both are the positive, then you can refer it as a unilateral. But in the case where there is a dimension, positive and negative tolerance, like this one, you can refer it as a bilateral tolerance. Okay, bilateral tolerance. Understood? Now we come to the end of this lecture. We discuss limit, we discuss feats, we discuss tolerances. Types of feet also discuss: clearance feet, transition feet, interference feet. It is nothing but degree of tightness and looseness between shaft and hole. Okay, so this is feet. Limit we discuss: upper limit, lower limit. Tolerance also discuss: allowable deviation. Shaft and hole size also discuss: external and internal features. External features are the shaft, internal features are the hole. Now as your homework, these 3 points should be there. You should write applications of feet. Application of feet. Between these two matching, search anything and just write, or just type in the chat box, comment box also. So what are the applications of feet? Okay. Then we discuss types of feet. In the same line, what is mean by types of feet? Okay, so write in the chat box what are the types of feet. Then ISO designation of the feet. Now this is new concept. This we will take in the next lecture. You just find out the ISO designation of the feet. That will be very helpful for the next lectures. Okay. Again, this portion is for your answers and the feedback. In the next lecture, I will write answers or your feedback in this point. So this is the total scenario, total things cover. We cover the objective, title of the subject, subject code, chapter 3, limit, fits and tolerances, the working space, we have drawn the diagram. Next we have defined some of the concept is there, simplified diagrams. As a homework also I have mentioned, and these are the branch. Okay, so we end today's lecture. In the next lecture, we are going to see in detail types of fit. Okay, in detail types of fit, and then we will also state some of the example. Okay, so in the next lecture, stay tuned for the next video, and please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.